Hello, my friend. I'm glad you're here again. Take a slow breath in. Hold it for a moment. And let it go. Let your shoulders soften. Let your thoughts settle wherever they need to. This is your space, a small pause between all the noise, a quiet return. Today's question is this: why do we sometimes feel more like ourselves in moments when no one is watching, as if our truest identity only appears in solitude? It's a quiet truth we don't often speak about, that there are versions of us the world rarely meets, not because we are pretending and not because we are dishonest, but because being seen, even by people who love us, subtly reshapes us. Our tone shifts, our posture changes, our thoughts choose safer paths. Without realizing it, we begin to adjust. And somewhere in that constant adjusting, something softer steps back, something real, something that waits patiently for silence. Think about the moments when you felt most like yourself, not moments of success or praise, not moments where you were admired or needed, but moments without witnesses, moments without an audience. Maybe it was late at night when the world had finally gone quiet and you could hear your own breathing again. Maybe it was a solitary walk where your footsteps became a rhythm and your thoughts wandered freely. Maybe it was cooking for yourself, humming to a song no one else could hear, or sitting by a window, letting time pass without needing to justify it. In those moments, something loosens, the shoulders drop, the mind softens, the heart speaks more honestly. Why does that happen? Because solitude holds the parts of us that are too delicate for constant exposure, not hidden out of shame, but protected out of care. There was a man once who was known for his warmth and humor, always surrounded by people, always easy to talk to. Everyone believed they knew him well, and yet he once admitted that the version of himself he trusted most appeared late at night, alone, on the couch, staring into nothing, thinking about his past, his fears, his unfinished dreams. He didn't say this version was more real. He said it was more honest, because even love shapes us. And when that shaping falls away, we return to the center of who we are. Or think of a woman who moved through life appearing composed and confident. She was admired for her calm, her balance, her ability to hold everything together. But one evening, alone in her kitchen, she played an old song from her youth and danced barefoot without thinking. No grace, no control, no awareness of how she looked. Later, she said that in that moment she met a version of herself she hadn't seen in years. Not a better version, just a truer one. Solitude didn't create her authenticity, it revealed it. There was also a child who felt overwhelmed in groups. Too many voices, too many eyes, too many invisible rules. But alone, with a pencil and paper, he became loud in a different way, expressive, imaginative, alive. When asked why he preferred being alone, he said simply, "I like people. I just like myself more when I'm by myself." Children know this instinctively. Adults often forget it until solitude reminds them. So why does solitude feel like truth? Perhaps because when we are alone, we finally stop performing, not in obvious ways, but in countless small ones. Around others, we soften opinions, we hold back emotions, we mirror moods, we become readable, agreeable, safe. This isn't deception, it's adaptation. It's how we survive socially, how we belong. But belonging always asks something of us. Solitude, for a moment, gives it back. There is also something deeper at work. When others are present, we see ourselves reflected through their eyes, their reactions, their expectations, their interpretations. But when we are alone, the mirror disappears. The question changes from how am I being seen to how do I feel inside myself. That shift can feel unsettling and freeing. In solitude, we are no longer responding, we are simply existing. Solitude also reconnects us to parts of ourselves we quietly leave behind. The playful part, the curious part, the grieving part, the dreaming part, the part that doesn't need to explain itself or make sense. Life pulls us outward. Solitude gently pulls us back, not to escape the world, but to remember who we are before the world shapes us again. We often misunderstand solitude. We treat it like emptiness, like absence, like something to fill. But solitude is not the lack of people. It is the presence of self. It is the moment the noise fades and something essential speaks again, not loudly, not clearly, but truthfully. It is the pause between roles, the space between identities, the place where being replaces becoming. And maybe that's the quiet truth at the heart of it all. We feel most like ourselves in solitude, not because we are hiding, but because we are unfiltered, not shrinking, not performing, not adjusting, just being. And being, without audience or expectation, is the truest form of identity we have. So if you've ever felt the need to step away, to be alone, to sit quietly with yourself, there is nothing wrong with that. It isn't withdrawal, it isn't isolation, it's recognition, your inner world asking to be visited. And perhaps, the more gently you meet yourself there, the more honestly you can return to the world, not as a performance, not as a carefully edited version, but as yourself, steady, grounded, and real. Thank you for being here, for giving yourself this moment to reflect. Stay gentle, stay curious, and stay kind. And if this question spoke to you, continue your journey with us on Yarven's Questions. More stories, more reflections, and more quiet truths are waiting for you. Take care, my friend. Until next time.